Benfield is doing a great job here, looking very strong in the Ferrari. And of course, multi-time Le Mans winner of the Ferrari. It's proving a very solid race package, and every manufacturer is trying to get close, but they just can't at the moment. Just maybe with the BAP as well, that is a story for another day. There's some very hot topics around it in the moment, in the real world and of course in the sim. And Lucas, though, he's having a crack. He's not going to go die wondering, that's for sure.
Just also a quick shout. Looks like our YouTube stream is now up and running as well. So hello to all the people over at YouTube, and we hope you do enjoy what we've got going on. Just in the middle of our race, we are currently 35 minutes left of our race. Lucas looking to make a move on the outside of Benefield into, I believe this is T1 here. Not being able to pull it off, might be able to make a move after. No, it's looking like Benefield's been able to hold that position in that Ferrari. As you were saying, Sean, the Ferrari just seems a very powerful car.
It certainly is. It's got the race results to prove it as well. But as we know, there is one thing when it comes to endurance racing, and that manufacturer in second spot does endurance for fun. Porsche are the endurance kings, and that's all that matters, really. That's all that needs to be said. But this lap traffic, look at this, is crazy. What a track to have it as well. Interlagos, just so tricky to pass through. A lot of this second gear, first gear stuff, a lot of late apex stuff as well, which is so hard to nail. But Benfield is doing an absolute masterclass on how to do this. Oh, that was Keys just locking up there in the Porsche, just struggling. Of course, these cars do have very sensitive brakes as well. If you've got a bung leg like I do, you pretty much can't drive them without ABS. You need ABS on. I lock up all the time. But these pros are showing us how it's done. So it is Benfield leading the way from Keys. Dreyer, Gregory, Vintner, Karoy, Hill and Gamble are your top 8 at the moment. 33 minutes gone. We are Season 4 of the Thermaltake WE Series live on Octane Online Racing. And we're at Interlagos, and it's a beautiful Brazilian sunny day.
It really is, and we're seeing a great example of how well these drivers can definitely navigate the traffic. It's looking a bit spicy out there with Lucas. Obviously, we've seen that lockup that he's just had, which will not be great for his traction as the time goes on, and his car's already not having traction control. It's going to make it a little bit of an issue, but I feel like Lucas should be able to handle it quite well. But you can also see the pace drop off. They were doing 25s, 24s before they reached the traffic. Now they're doing 26s and 27s. So you can see how even just a little bit of traffic can make it so another car can catch up so quickly. So anything can still happen in the next 32 minutes of this race. So I'm excited to see how much longer and how well this goes for. But of course, they're now in this constant cycle of going through traffic, approaching the Lexus here from the GT3s. And it's just a matter of making sure that they get around the car safely. As we've already said, the GT3s kind of have to just stick to their line, and it's the job of the hypercars to make their way around.
That's right, correct. And this is multi-class racing in a nutshell. Just got to have your wits about you. And some of the best multi-class drivers, names you really haven't heard of that are in the real world, but well, not the real world, but in sort of they're not as popular names as some of your F1 drivers and that, but make no mistake, they can steer. These hypercars are not easy to drive at full tilt, but this race up front is fantastic. He's really keeping the pressure on, so Benfield, any little error and Lucas is going to be there to pounce on it. See the 963 so good on the brakes. It's a classic Porsche trait. And then it whips up its power, unleashes all its hybrid power and flings it down the straight. The acceleration, as I was saying, just incredible on this car.
How much speed they're holding through the turns as well. Like, not a great turn to point that out on as they're dropping below the hundreds, but in some of those turns they're still going like 160 kilometers an hour through. So yeah, it's very great, and how quickly they go from 60 to 160 is insane. It's almost like you're watching a closed-in F1 car sometimes.
Yeah, correct. And as ground aerodynamics as well, lots of ground effects, just crazy stuff. Yeah, quite a technological marvel, these hypercars are 100%. As we've ticked over with 30 minutes to go, it is Benfield leading the way from Lucas Key, so it is Ferrari from Porsche, and then the two Toyotas of Dreyer and Wittner. And of course, then the Lamborghini, great to see the Lambo up there, Gregory, and then Karoy in another Toyota. Hill in the BMW, then the first of our Cadillacs is a Gamble, near our 8 at the moment. Just having a look at the percentage numbers there on the right-hand side. Once again, I don't read too much into those because Lucas, from how I'm looking at it, Lucas has got the foot to the firewall. That's how I'm looking at it.
I mean, that would make sense. He's been working very hard to try to catch up to Benfield. Benfield, obviously, with that, would probably be able to kind of just take a bit more of a chiller time with the accelerating and everything. He's kind of just working to hold his position. But yeah, they should be no stops tonight. It is only a 45-minute race. So they should be, it's all just about who can do it on the track.
That's correct. And of course, a lot of these different cars, hypercars, of course, have different engine recovery systems and hybrid systems, and they're not all the same, which is great. I think that's why so many manufacturers have jumped on. It's a good time to jump on Le Mans Ultimate as well. With the 1.0 release, and of course the new update dropped a couple of days ago with Silverstone being added, and of course the LMP3s, which is super awesome. They are made a couple of laps in them. They're definitely interesting to drive. I've got to get used to them. You're very much about corner speed. They don't have a lot of straight line speed. What you can carry is corner speed in them. And wow, Lucas there just sliding the 963. Unbelievable, that's great stuff there from Lucas. Car control, a 101. And just having a look there, of course, that is virtual energy, that is right there, power. And Lucas is using a lot of it.
Yeah, a lot of it indeed. And here we are on the inside of the car. So this is the limited view they get. And I'm going to say he's probably not sitting right on that view. But it's definitely not too nice in there. It looks very confined, and you lose a lot of vision on that left side as well. But look at him getting squirrely. He's really trying to push that car as fast as he can. You can see how much time he's gained on Benfield in those few turns there. So he's really pushing it, trying to get it to go fast. Look at him. He just seems very squirrely out there tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, it looks like it's got it really on their ragged edge in terms of sort of setup as well, I reckon. Lucas does like a car that's very loose and can just drive it on the edge. And it just, it looks like it's just very twitchy and it just wants to snap sideways, but it's fast. And as you can see, very limited view in hypercars as well. They got huge safety systems everywhere, big thick pillars and bars, and a wheel that's super complicated. Like, got to be pretty much an engineer to work that thing.
Yeah, look, I can't imagine ever seeing one in like up close in person in real life, because that seems crazy. But they are once again approaching the lap traffic for the second time around for Interlagos. Quickly approaching. Lucas having to maybe take it a bit slower. The Mercedes taking a bit of an offline to get out of the way there. But yeah, look, it's definitely scary coming into this traffic once again. The navigation around them, it's all a matter of, can you trust the other drivers on the track? And well, the hope is that you can.
Hope. I love that word, Simrigs. Eternal. Whoa, Lucas, wowee. That is how you drive a hypercar. Whoa, that was great driving. Really impressive to see the speed as well, and just how much corner speed these hypercars do take compared to the LMGT3s. But it is great to see Asian service as well on Le Mans Ultimate. Solves a lot of these ping issues that us southern folk have had for quite a while. It is exciting for the future moving forward, and hopefully we can do a lot more racing, and I'm keen to get stuck in on the mic and behind the wheel. Definitely enjoying my time in LMU. Love ACC as well, love them both. You can like all different sims, you don't have to have a favourite. Like that. And you can
Okay.
have fun in them all. True stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll tell you what, it's very nice being able to, see these cars go around the track and not teleport every few feet and stuff like that. So it's good to finally have servers somewhat closer. It'd be nice to have specifically like OCE servers, but we won't worry about that. The Asia servers, I think, are good enough for now, and it's providing the perfect type of thing we need for broadcasting down here. So always good to watch.
Here at Benefit the Toyota. Now always get these GR010 for an active engine. Toyota H8909 3.5 litre turbo V6. Of course, multi-time WEC winner, multi-time champion, won Le Mans after many tries, and has some challenges now from Ferrari and Porsche of the like, but it is a very solid race car. You know what you get from the Toyota. It doesn't surprise you. It doesn't really excel at anything, but it's not really bad at anything. It's just a really solid race car, and is chasing the Lamborghini. Of course, it is a shame that Lamborghini really have pulled out of the hypercar program. And there is is Callum Boyd in the Alpine. Don't know what's going on with the Alpine. They're a weird company.
Oh yeah, look, definitely an interesting company. Obviously trying to stick their nose into pretty much every form of motorsport they can, it seems, at the moment. But look, one thing that I do love about WEC or WEC is the amount of manufacturers in it. There's so many different manufacturers and cars. It makes for some good competition.
Certainly does, and it's great to see the support as well. So looking back up the front there, and I believe Benfield has just maybe pulled away there from the one and only Lucas Keys. And that is a great performance, and he is flying in this Ferrari, proving a very strong operator in the 499. And just look, this looks a bit tight. Well, that's great, good heads-up driving. Just open the wheel there a little bit and let Benfield through with no issues. This looked a little bit more squirrely as two GT3s are fighting for position there. And he's be loving that, he gets them all on the straight, but he has broken maybe a little bit of the toe. See what Lucas can do this lap. Really important to see if Lucas can catch up and use these lap cars as we look back here at
as we do move around the field, looking at a few of the different cars. It's getting a bit spicy out here. Here we go, back onto the GT3s at the moment. We're looking at Craig Busk in the Mercedes-Benz. Just pulling off a nice race tonight. And there's Sean Jacobs out at the front of the pack. This is the person in first. Of course, it's the Lexus. The people will be happy for that one.
They will. Look, it has been strong actually, IRL, WEC as well, proving a pretty good car, even though it's 120 years old. And driving currently in second position in the BMW. And it looks like we've got a good fight there between third and fourth, McFarlane and Danny. And we'll see typical supercars livery on the Mustang with the classic Iron Lynx Lambo right behind. And they are fighting down into the centre S now, and that Lambo just looks like it's got a look carrying a little bit more pace. But of course we know the Mustang does have a very big weapon, and that is incredible straight line power. Watching these actually at Le Mans down Mulsanne at night was, yeah, sight to behold, sound and noise, yeah, it was incredible.
I just couldn't imagine it, like what these must sound like and how it must feel to be around these cars as they go flying constantly for a good 24 hours sometimes. So that's definitely an experience that I would love to see. And something that we're looking at for maybe in the future is when Le Mans Ultimate finally gets some stuff figured out, maybe some endurance races over here in the LMU scene, because that would be nice and fun with these cars and the constant decision making and having to be alert non-stop, which is a little bit different to what we're used to with the multi-class series. But I love multi-class with a passion, so it definitely piques my interest.
Yep, I'm 100% in your camp there. 12 hours around, say, Sao Paulo where we are, or 6 hours around Silverstone, or 24 hours around Le Mans. Yeah, sign me up for that. Sebring, 12 hour for the freaks like me that love Sebring. Looking back through the field here is the one and only Dive Ols, currently in 5th position in the Merc. And actually drove the Merc today, enjoyable car. A lot more fun than the ACC Merc, giving you the hot tip.
I need to try that. Obviously looking for something that's fun but also stable, and these types of things is hard. And then of course this is the new competitor for the racing scene, so it's one of those things where making the switch is a little bit of a difficult choice to make, because it's you kind of want to learn them, but it's very difficult. You see the hypercars, looks like some moves wanting to be made back there as they approach the GT3s, and this is where it's looking like they're wanting to get past very quickly. It's a big gang. Oh, there might be a pass on here for the hypercars. There
it is. There's big contact there between the GT3s and the hypercars. And that is Lloyd there, just got into a bit of no man's land, and unfortunately he was the unlucky recipient. Oh, that just looked messy there. That's the thing with multi-class racing right there. Someone just doesn't have their wits about them. That's normally what happens. Wasn't too bad all in all, really. Could have been worse.
It's something, considering we just had a crash, I believe we have a DNF there as well from Harry Smiles, which is not great. Something I did want to know, because you might have a bit more information on this, the damage of the hypercars and the GT3s in this. I imagine the GT3s will be similar to how ACC handles the damage, but what about the hypercars? Are they like easier to break, I guess is the word to say?
Very much so. The hypercars definitely do not like any damage, especially on the front end. Because a lot of their aero does begin at the front end, and it channels all that air through the undercarriage, and it's where the hypercar gets their speed. So, yeah, I've crashed a few, and they don't like damage at all. The GT3s, depending on which GT3, can take a bit more of a hit. Something like the Merc or the Mustang, can get a bit argy-bargy, but something a bit more delicate like the Porsche or the Lamborghini we're seeing on screen at the moment. Just got to be a little bit more careful, as we are still doing this great battle here between McFarlane and Danny. They are putting on a real show and just being super clean the whole time, and Danny just looks like he's got a little bit more strength under the braking in the Lambo, but the Mustang, as we know, has just got to get around that corner, then unleash its nuclear missile. But good battle, and they're actually catching, I reckon, Dryberg just a little bit there, currently in second position in the Beamer as well. So could have a three-way fight here very soon with 17 minutes remaining.
Is it bad that that camera shake is awesome. Is it bad that I really like the look of that, just that plain matte black BMW? It kind of looks just really mean. Like, it looks like it'd be deadly out there. I'd be scared if that was behind me.
It does have that sort of Sith Lord, Grim Reaper sort of feel about it. Looking at one of the Jota Cadillacs there, just making fast. Oh, that camera shake is awesome, isn't it? As they pop down into the center S for another circulation. Oh, just having a look there. Oh, just got a little caught up there, Danny, with the Porsche there, and that's just let that gap grow a little bit between McFarlane. And there is some. Oh, now, I'm not going to trust that HUD, because it says he's got front end damage, but I'm not going to believe it.
Looking at the car, I don't see any damage, but obviously I'm not too sure of. Yeah, that doesn't look too damaged if it is at all. But the HUD obviously is something we've got to learn. I mean, it's one of the undercars we can see out here that actually shows damage, but also I believe Dryberg's as well showed a bit of that damage on the front. I'm wondering if it does show up on the. Yeah, McFarlane's not showing it, so I'm wondering if it actually is coming up accurately.
Who knows? We'll just run with it. This doesn't matter what the HUD is showing, because the actual racing is fantastic. this battle has been absolutely awesome to watch. Really enjoying this. And you can just have a look there. Danny was just getting a little bit more aggressive there. Back.
Yellow flag out.
Oh, we got a yellow out. Who's calls the yellow? Oh, here we are back with this battle. All fun and games. Oh, we got a hypercar. Oh, that's why there's a yellow. That is car park there, sir.
That's right on the entry to pit lane. Lucky there is probably going to be no pitting for this race, but not a spot that you want to be parked up on the inside of a corner there where people are going to probably be attempting to make some passes around. So hopefully they did get back on and around. I'm looking at the map and it does seem like everybody's moving except for those in the pits. So it seems all right for now.
Good to see back with this. So this is awesome to watch. And they have definitely caught up to Dryberg here. So Dryberg maybe just struggling a little bit with maybe the tyre life just going away a touch. But McFarlane is looking very racy in the Mustang. And oh, Daddy has a big look there in the Lamborghini. That thing has been pointy all day. Looks like he just carries so much more speed through the face of the corner. Does lose a little bit on exit, so maybe just change his focus a little bit, see if he can get past this Mustang and maybe hope for a bit of luck as well. But this fighting is what it's doing, is having a look there in the background, just having a look, and that is Diabols, who is catching up as well in the two Iron Lynx Mercs are on the charge as well. So that is a Diabols and Collins. So this could be a five-way fight. That is spicy, I like that.
And that, of course, is for the podium positions. Currently, McFarlane in the Ford there is third place, so it is definitely a fight for the podium, and McFarlane obviously wanting to make his way up further into the podium. Second place would be very nice there, but I'd be more worried about that Lamborghini of Danny behind, obviously wanting to make it into the podium, and also interesting battles to unfold in the next 13, 14 minutes that we've got left. So not long now for them to make their moves. It's obviously becoming darker out there as well. So it's quite a late race, late time in the day for this race. And we've got some blue flag traffic for the GT3s here. So now that's some navigation. That's a little bit different out here tonight.
Certainly is an added element. Of course, beautiful track at night in the light off, by the way. Looks absolutely stunning under the night lights. So 13 minutes remaining. We've got this great battle here between Dryberg, McFarlane and Danny at the moment. Sean Jacobs out front in the Lexus and looks like he's doing it quite comfortably as well. It doesn't look challenged, but this one is going to go all the way to the flag, no doubt about it. Hang on, let's see. Just having a look at Danny, just trying a couple of little different things, couple of different lines, seeing if he can get McFarlane off his game a little bit. We've got another bit of lap traffic in a GT3. Swing. Oh, wow, that is huge.
I believe that's the Lexus, isn't it? Sean Jacobs?
No, that was the BMW.
Was that a BMW?
Was.
Oh, that's my bad. Was that? I'm guessing that was a blue flag then, because the only other BMW up there is Dryberg. So, but the Lamborghini, Danny losing a few positions from that as well to the two Mercedes, and the hypercar coming through, struggling to navigate those three cars together.
Danny was very lucky there not to absolutely clobber into the side of that BMW, but he did a good job. And look at this here. Oh, the Alpine's take. That is. Wow, that is one way to get past lap traffic. We'll just straight line the center S.
Yeah, that looked a very interesting way through. Obviously, yeah, Danny losing a few positions. That is that an Alpine, I believe, of the hypercars, almost going flying through there and almost taking out Diabols on the rejoin. But that was scary, and hopefully everyone is settled back in. Danny's going to be wanting to make a move back on Diabols there to trying to kind of make up the positions lost from the crash almost that happened there.
Yeah, you want to get this done pretty quickly. Still got time. Just smart about it. You definitely make it past it. Try and get back up to the back behind McFarlane. Look at Diabols. He's got the elbows out and he's got the hips out now. So Danny's going to have to be a bit clever here and use a bit of racing nous. Those lights really starting to take effect here. So it's definitely getting dark out there. And most likely darker than showing on the screen.
Also, another thing to note before we do go further from that incident, the minimum that they can give is a DT or for the stewards. So the stewards' minimum that they can give is a DT within LMU. So if there was actual contact there that did cause that incident and there was... but it was looking like a pass there from Mercedes, but he's held on to it.
And he had to get very defensive there with Collins looking racy. Try to go around the outside of the centre S. Not really recommended. You can do it. I have seen it done before. But in GT3s, it's a little bit more difficult. Just don't have the downforce of a hypercar or, say, a single-seater.
Sorry, is this
a drive-through or 808? Covering that off.
Yep. Is this old versus new Iron Links here?
Correct, it is, yes. So, the Iron Links have been around in WEC for forever, it feels like. They're one of the stalwart teams. Hey, look, Danny really wants to get past because it feels like he might be able to still catch up. We're looking back here at one of the Alpines. There's Callum Lloyd. And he's back with our leader, Benfield, at the moment. Doing it comfortably. Just flex the legs of the Ferrari now. And it is Leo Dreyer actually in second spot, the Toyota. You can hear it, Ash Johnson in the winged Peugeot. New version.
Was Lucas the hyper that was spun? Maybe.
Oh, could have been. Lucas Keys, yes, what's happened there? So he's pulled into the pit lane and he's done. He's decided, no. And Roy's pulled in as well.
That's the DT for the 808 there.
Yep.
That.
And that is the Maloney. He decided did a lap. Thought, yep, that's enough.
Just giving it a quick go. Where's the Lamborghini? So Danny's managed to get past. Danny's to get passed by the Mercedes there. So not where he wants to be. So he's fallen back a little bit. Oh, but the Mustang.
Oh, I see that. McFarlane. So McFarlane's having a big go at Dryberg here. Yep, there he is. I just saw that he really shoved the nose in and had a big look. So looking extremely racy and wants to get that second position in LMGT3. And Dryberg, I've just noticed the last couple of laps just dropped back a little bit in terms of pace, and you just see there just struggling a little bit to get the nose into the BMW as well. Mr. Maloney was not well, so big bump, get better, mate. On the road to recovery nice and soon.
And a possible disconnect for Lucas as well, so not great there for them two. Obviously not a DNS and looks like a DNF for Lucas, so not too great for them too. But look at the power of the Mustang. Look how much time he gains on that shot. I feel like he was a lot further back there before they got to the ends. And yeah, I'm seeing what you're saying about the BMW of Dryberg. It seems to be struggling to stick the nose around the turns.
Yes, and he's left himself very vulnerable here. He got a bit of a poor run out of the centre S. McFarlane winds up the big Mustang. Is he going to go for a move down at turn 3? No, Dryberg covers it off. What that has done as well is allowed Diebold to actually close up to the back of this battle pack, and he's brought his teammate along with him as well, and Bailey Collins. And we've got some hypercars in there as well. Oh, this has got the potential to be all sorts of drama. But everyone gets it done nicely. This is some good heads-up driving from everyone. Got their wits about them here. Oh, look how close that was. Wow-wee.
It's definitely looking a bit sketchy. The GT3's wanting to make moves on each other, but the hypercars coming through. And because of this... Diabolds has dived down the inside and seems he's almost got it. The Mustang holding on for now. McFarlane currently still got it. I think he's kept it ahead at the exit of the turn. He has.
Yeah, look at that. McFarlane's like 2 spots to the Iron Link Merc. They've just gone bang, bang. And Dryberg has absolutely bolted out of there as well. Wow, what a fantastic race. So McFarlane was the big loser out of that situation.
He's not giving it up yet, though. Still.
God, he's having another crack.
Oh, but I think this turn's got him down because that is very... Oh, there's another hypercar off there as well at T1.
Wow, it just all kicked off that lap. Unbelievable. So...
I think that 5-minute fever. The last 5 minutes, everyone's pushing to get that thing done.
That's it. It's go time, as they say. One of the hypercars, the one that spun at the centre. Oh, big moment there from Collins, and that's allowed McFarlane just have a bit of a look here. Now they're going to go side by side then, turn 4. But inside line there from Collins. Catch a little bit of the curb, slide touch there on McFarlane as well. And look who's coming in the background. It is Danny. He's back now for round 5. Oh, McFarlane runs super wide there. The big Mustang just wouldn't turn in. 4 minutes remaining. Oh, who's going to get this position? It's anyone's guess.
Diabol's currently made it into the podium so far, but as you said, anything can happen here. But there seems to be a little bit of a gap built up because of all this battling going on, and he's definitely made use of it because he's gotten quite a bit far ahead now.
Definitely, and that's what you want to do when you can see a battle in the background happening, is just concentrate for a few laps and you can really build a gap, which is what Dryberg has done. So it is Sean Jacobs leading the way in LMGT3 from Dryberg, and then Diabolds, Bailey Collins, Andrew McFarlane, Danny, Ethan Lowe, and Colonel Lloyd. Hello, Colonel. In there in 8th position. Got 3 minutes 40 remaining, and of course, stick around. We've got Split Red coming up in ACC land. That's going to be a lot of fun. Split Red's always a ripping show, and they're going to fly around Paul Ricard for an hour, and that should be a lot of fun to watch. So make sure you stick around for that. Of course, brought to you by Thermaltake, and their continued support is very much loved here at OOR.
And
Blue flag.
Yep, I'm guessing that's for the hyper there.
Well, I'd hope so.
Yeah, I would, but you never know with this type of stuff. Hyper obviously wanting to get past as quick as possible. I believe, yeah, that is Rambler in the Porsche, the second Porsche hypercar that we've got out there. I believe there's only 2. And yeah, just making clean work of it, trying to get through as quick as possible. Benefield's got a very steady lead on top of everybody, navigating the traffic quite well. Even, it looks like, catching up to another hypercar for a blue flag.
Look at those rear brakes on the 499 as well. They get a lot hotter than the front. Very interesting. See what I mean? Yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah, the
okay.
right rear is just absolutely cooking. I don't know if that's a... I've got a gut feeling that's a Studio 309 feature.
Probably.
Because, yeah, that just looks weird. Oh, bit of a light flash. We like a light flash. But it is the 1 series where it is allowed, and these are very powerful lights as well. They're multi-halogen. Yeah. Very, very bright. There's a great photo, a Le Mans photo, which shows it at night. It's basically behind a car, and it's looking down the Molestar at night, like pitch black at night. Just see how much the lights light up. Yeah, incredible photo.
Yeah, and this game definitely does it a bit of justice. Maybe it could probably be a little bit brighter, but it's with the new servers and everything, it's looking really good now, especially in the broadcast sense. It's really nice to be able to actually see the cars moving around the track nicely, and I think it's helped with the incidents as well. The amount of incidents is cut down. There's also a DT out there for Joe Gregory. So I'm wondering if that's for a rejoin or something a bit earlier on. Oh, T1 collision, sorry. We've got that in the chat. So Car 63, Joe Gregory got a DT for a T1 collision.
Oh, on board here with Benfield in the 499, and this is just a joy to watch as he's flying up to the back of Danny now. And 499, as we'll say, is super strong hypercar. I've driven it. It is bloody nice to drive, I'm not going to lie, and it's very, very quick. Now, what does Benfield do here? Because this battle is definitely raging on, and he's going to have to be very smart how he picks his way through this. But he's caught him at a perfect time. He's going to get a lovely slingshot here and just sail on past and go, woohoo! And that is how it's done in a hypercar. You'll be smart, just wait to get through this corner, use the acceleration, and then fly past. That is how you do a blue flag 101. And this will be the last lap as well, I believe.
It should be.
Should be, yep. So, there we go. Got a bit of Adelaide love in the chat. Love it.
And so that, I think, confirms the fact that Lucas did have a internet disconnect there. So, but he did enjoy the race. So that's good to hear that the drivers have enjoyed the race that's gone on, and it's good to see that it's fun to be a part of in any kind of way.
Certainly, but it is going to be Daniel Benfield in the Ferrari. It's going to take the victory in round one. Thermaltake WEC Series on Le Mans Ultimate, and very strong performance. Really was. Would have liked to have seen if Lucas could hold on to the end. That fight would have raged on, but just did it easily. Looking very strong. The Ferrari once again proving the package. And then Leo Dreyer in the fridge will finish in second, and then Ash Johnson in the Pugo will finish in third.
Very good race there from Benfield, holding out quite far ahead, and that Ferrari obviously showing its power there as well. And yeah, look at that, top three, all different manufacturers, even top five are almost all different manufacturers, which is awesome to see. But yeah, it's been a very enjoyable race, and I think everyone's done pretty much the best they can to keep it clean and have held out long enough for a good race there. So what were your thoughts? Did you have a driver of the day there?
Driver of the day. I'm actually going to give my driver of the day for that battle in the LMGT3s between Danny, McFarlane, who else with Diabolds. Yeah, that was great to watch. Really enjoyed that. So they all did a great job as well. Your Diabolds, Dryberg, McFarlane, Collins, and Danny. Yeah, they put on a real show. So well done to those gentlemen. Yeah, that was really enjoyable. Enjoyed that. That was, yeah, really enjoyed LMU and really enjoyed the series, and keen to get stuck in.
Yeah, this is going to be a great one to commentate, and I agree with you on that one as well. That battle was some of the best racing that we saw tonight, and it was very interesting to watch. And I'm glad that we got to watch that as we do head into just the waiting now, and I believe we'll get our list for also. Well, this is of course our winners and finishing positions of the GT3. Sean Jacobs taking the win, followed by Dryberg and Diabolds. That's our top three for the GT3s. So great race from all of them as well.
It was a great race from everyone, and definitely keen to get stuck in and driving as well. And if you've got LMU and you're looking for somewhere to race, pop along. Jump in our Discord, and the OR Discord, and all the information is there, and come and race some LMU hypercars and GT3s, and of course with the new update as well, we've got LMP3s, which is a new category, which is very awesome as well. And we've got silver peace out, Loopy. It was fun as always.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Information was excellent. Okay. Thank you. Right. Okay.
Good evening, Sim Petrol Heads, and welcome to round one, race one here at Paul Ricard. This is Split Red, and this is brought to you by Thermaltake. Big thank you to Thermaltake, our partners here at Octane Online Racing. My name is Blake Griffiths, and joining me in the booth tonight is the one and only...
Yeah. I'm too early. I missed my timing.
You missed your cue.
Can we have a redo?
Oh, we can have a redo. My name is Blake Griffiths, and I'm joined in the booth with...
Damiano here.
I was like late. Oh, we'll have to workshop that a little bit. But here we are in qualifying already. These are our out laps, and right now we are on board with Pete Viney as he heads down the Mistral Straight. Damiano, how excited are you? We've got about a 40-car grid here tonight for Split Red. It's very, very healthy, very plump, very ripe for some good racing action tonight.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic, I tell you that. Watching those cars streaming down the Mistral Straight, just watching that train go is going to be absolutely mega. And watching everyone try and get through Cygnus in one line or two lines without spinning out. It's going to be great.
I think I've heard that corner pronounced about 3 different ways over this week. But yeah, I think I would go science. I think I heard Aiden say something like Cygnus as well, which is a little bit funny, but I'm not the... need to get Tim Gove in here. I believe he speaks French or has a bit of a French background or something. But yeah, you're going to see Pete Viney come across... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
6, you go. Car number 72. He's now pro, our Tim Gove.
Hashtag Tim Probe. His hand has been forced. Tim Sandbags Go, finally where he belongs in the pro category.
It's well deserved. He's a very fast driver.
Oh, absolutely. I just wish he would realise it. I've never seen someone so reluctant to admit that they're good. Got a little bit of YouTube chat on the stream. That's tasty.
Oh, that'll make things easier. You can read that. Yes, congratulations. Thank you from George Samakis. I'm reading it.
Wow.
Ricanius.
Did dirty. But we are getting some of our first laps here now, so we'll start to see some benchmarks as we do follow along with Viney as he's going down the Mistral Straight again. Got some pretty big names in this split. We do have Benny Hignett actually racing tonight. Benny Hignett, if you're not familiar, is our other broadcaster who broadcasted last night. Also got, obviously, the aforementioned Tim Gobe now into pro. Breno Ellis. I thought that was Josh Holmes, but that is a different person, I believe. Samwise Holmes.
Yes.
Wait,
that's right.
is that a different person? Because doesn't he go by Jamwise? No? Okay, different person. We've also got Paddy Johnston, apologies, and Nathan Monks too. So some real big-time players here to make big-time plays, if you don't mind. Oh, we've got everyone. Nathan Monks, Breno Ellis rocking that Audi, Johnston in the Bentley as well. Aiden Squires, shout out to Aiden, commentated last night, split yellow with Matt Madden. Nick Brown down there. I don't think Nick is running in the pro, actually. Nick, a regular in the booth too. And who could forget Too Fig, Too Furious, Moya and Taufik also rounding out that pro class in the Nissan GTR. That's a mild surprise. I believe, yeah, he's running a bit of an atrocious livery.
It's a rebuilt Ferrari, from what I understand. Oh, yeah. On the front, there's a Ferrari logo.
Oh, there's a no. It's something. All right. JC is correct as well in pointing out we've got some academy drivers coming at ya. I know the Pidgey boys up in this MF. We've got Matt Madden, also our commentator for Split Yellow. I think that's Bab or Babby saying Cygnus is pronounced senior. Maybe, probably. Oh, I don't know. That's for sure. We've got Dan Madden too in the Ferrari. I know we've got Dave Stevenson, who used to commentate last season too, up in here. Some of these guys are already in Pro-Am, and if you're going straight into Pro-Am from Academy, you should have been here earlier. That's my take. I don't know about you, Damiano.
100%. Yeah, there's no shame in being at the back and having a bit of slide like that Mercedes there. But yeah, absolutely. Get in there, get busy. It's you only get better by doing it. And hard racing with a lot of faster drivers really improves your own racecraft and driving.
For sure.
Cars coming up for the second lap now. The first lap's coming through. I saw a quick lap of 53.8. That's pretty fast for the first flying lap.
Yeah, it's a good banker, definitely. Breno Ellis with 52.7. Rounded up 52.8. He won't like me saying that, but yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice already, actually. Monks just in behind there, 2/10 off, and Squirrels about half a second off so far. So we'll see what these guys can cook up. Breno rocking that OnlyFans livery. I will just shout out a couple more of our Academy guys. Rob Buckerfield's also up from the Academy. Daniel Clark, I believe. He is running in that AM category. I think that's it for absolutely fresh faces. I know we've got Jason Teo and Roy Anken are relatively new to our Sprint Series, but I don't think this is their absolute first. And Gorilla Snapper just saying, yes, it absolutely is senior. So that's really interesting. So we've all been getting it absolutely wrong.
Is this a YouTube internet argument kicking off now?
Hey, no, I know I can admit when I'm wrong. But
well, Monks looks like he invalidated that fast lap, quite close to the car in front, so cannot overtake on a quali lap if the car in front is valid, so may have to back up a little bit.
Yeah, not sure quite who that Mustang is, but that's also Breno Ellis behind, so he doesn't want to back up too much, and he is going to let Breno through. That Mustang also going very deep, potentially on purpose, lets them both through. So we'll see. I believe Nathan Monks, I've been told he's a merchant at this track, a Paul Ricard merchant. I'm pretty sure he won this race last time we raced here. Oof, that was unexpected to say the least. We'll see what Nathan Monks can cook up here.
Yep, some of the fast guys, P1, 4 and 5 have gone through the pits with 4 minutes to go. That should give them about 3 more quali laps, so still plenty of time. But if you're going to do your lap, this is the time to do it and get going again.
Yeah, might kick on a new set of boots. Paul Ricard, notoriously not very friendly on the tyres, so you could be seeing that from Breno. JC weighing in, saying it's absolutely scenes because scenes occur there. Yeah, I see it. I think for my own sake, I'm going to say scenes probably, but and Michael Babb can just be mad, but that's going to be it. Monk's getting a nice tow here as we come down the straight. Bear with us with a little bit of technical issues. Things are a little bit flip-floppy tonight, but we shall persevere. Monk's 1.5 tenths down currently, but there's going to be time to be made He's still bleeding just a little bit towards the end, though. That's interesting. End of the straight, sorry.
Yeah, he didn't pit, did he? He's still rolling for his quali laps.
Yeah, I think he's probably just pulled out of this one, and you probably would, being a second and a half down. He's got that Porsche in front of him that I think he's probably has quite a bit of pace on. So he's gonna have to back it up a little bit, I think, find himself some space. As we mentioned, it's about a 40-car grid tonight, and if you look at that track map, there is actually not a lot of space on the track. And it's hard to find yourself. He's not going to find himself any space further back, so he's going to have to, back it up. You see that delta just going up or down, depending on how you like to say it. But yeah, 4 seconds now. He just has given himself, so we'll see what he can do. He's currently provisionally P3. He needs 300s if he wants to jump Johnston, but I think he's definitely eyeing up that top step.
Tell you what is competitive, P6, 7 and 8, about a tenth of a second for 3 cars, and there's probably a whole bunch behind them all just very close. Yeah,
definitely. I think with such a big grid, you're going to get the times between these cars are going to be very, very minuscule. You do see a minuscule positive delta right now as Monks throws it through the first section, puts the anchors down, gets it turned in, you keep that steering locked all the way through, missing the sausages on the outside. And throws it around, and now you can respond to your emails, have a look at your phone, maybe shoot off a tweet if you feel like, as you head down the Mistral Straight.
Oh, you know what you could do?
What could you do?
You could even make a chicken roast.
Could get out your barbecue chicken, your bachelor's handbag, if you will, start picking apart the drumstick.
Absolutely. I think when I find this corner, Sign, Cygnus, and Sinya really challenging. The timing is, you've got to be so good on it to get a lot of time out of it. And this corner as well, I can't remember the name of it, but it goes slightly off camber on the left third. Really challenging to stay in the lane.
I know you hate an off camber corner.
It's so much.
So you jump on board with the GTR, Taufik 3/10 up. Oh, it's looking like a lot. We'll see if this actually translates. He throws it around the last corner, stamps the power down. It's going to be half a second there or thereabouts, and that's going to be good to throw him way up the charts, and that's P7 right now. He's got one more lap in the tank if he so wishes, and I do think he does wish. So we'll see what Taufik can provide. I think, well, in his Ferrari, he's at the top every time. Taufik, a smooth operator for sure. We'll see how he handles this machinery in this GTR. I don't know if there's a car that is any more different to the Ferrari than the GTR, and at least the Assetto Corsa Competizione.
Probably the Porsche. As the timer has ticked over and all the drivers have started their laps, are now finishing laps. A couple of people are going into the pits. So Squires has finished his run, as well as Rattatore, Parker and Johnson in the Porsche in P10. So Taufik doesn't need much to get an improvement. 3/100th of a second, which is what he's doing now. And he can move up a spot.
Yeah, Chuf in the chat also just saying, which is John Hislop if you're not familiar, Samwise is Josh Holmes' brother, allegedly, unless I'm being led astray. So that makes sense, believe it or not.
Expert coaching then.
Yeah, definitely. Josh actually gave me a huge help when I was just in academy. We had a one-on-one session, taught me a lot in a very little amount of time, which is really, I'm very grateful for that, because I think that really, I don't know, just motivated me a lot that someone would take the time out of their day just to help me out as well. So we do jump on board with Samwise. Up on the Delta right now, needs to make up about 2/10 if he wants to jump into that top 5. So it's going to have to get it neat and tidy through this last sector.
It's coming through. It was nearly 1/10 up just before we cut away. So we'll just keep an eye on the timing screen, see if it makes an improvement.
Oh my God, JC saying I've been led astray. Oh, Bab, that's so mean. That is so mean.
More to point, Taufik slaps in P6 and Holmes moving forward. Can you get in front of Taufik from P7? It's getting pretty close. Oh, not much in it. Is that not even half a tenth? 1/10. Half a tenth? And a bit.
And
that levers our grid.
There we have it. Indeed. If we could look to the top of the grid, we'll give you a small rundown. So it's Breno Ellis from Johnston, from Monks, from Squires, from Rayan, Taufik, Holmes, Rotatori, Parker, and Johnson rounding out your top 10. And hold on a second, Dave Stevenson, P11. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? And what's Tim Gobe doing down in 17th? He's sandbagging hard. What is this grid? I can't believe it.
It's all about strategy. I'm sure of it.
There's no strategic advantage being in the middle of the grid. It's especially here. It's a bit tricky. I think that's potentially Luke Marvel in the chat asking how our academy drivers are doing, or former academy. We do see Matt Madden down there in P23. That's a pretty good effort. We'll have to look a little bit further down. Ben Hignett, I'm disappointed. I said to him that you better win tonight, and he's made me look like an idiot, to be honest with you.
Possible. Nah, much better than that.
We'll see. You know, it can always be a pretty crazy start. I think T1 does encourage a bit of carnage, to be honest with you, as it gets quite a bit narrower after the width of the straight. So sometimes it can be a little bit spicy.
I always seem to get caught in incidents in turn 9, that big U-turn after senior.
Yeah, I think that's the same, like a similar thing. It's quite wide, and it encourages people potentially to just like throw it in without much of a plan, and it can be very detrimental if you aren't aware of what's about to happen to you.
Well, excellent. Oh, I'm liking that Ferrari just now, the 471 of Hignett's car.
The funny thing is his livery hasn't come through, because he showed me his car and he posted it. It's supposed to have Charlie XCX on it.
Just liking the red and the orange contrast.
No, yeah, it's very tidy. Ben Hignett can put a livery together with the best of them, for sure. Classic Kovacs Porsche on the left there. I do believe that's Sam O in the AMG, probably the lone AMG in nearly the entire Sprint Series. Pardon me. I think shares company with Pip, which is good company to be in for sure. Do you have...
It's difficult to make a comparison.
Yeah, Dan Madden and Pidgey car. I got a few Pidgey cars in here with their self-described garish pink and blue liveries. We do just see that GTR flicker out. I hope they can get that back in.
Looks like a pit lane start for car number 19 or 10.
Yeah, that's no good. But if you're at the very back, I guess it's not so much here or there. All right, Damien, I believe you have a PSA that you wanted to share with the people of Octane about Paul Ricard. If we can get Glenn to do a little bit of camera work for us.
That's all right. So a little bit about my race last night was I was chasing very hard against Ricciardi, and one of the things I needed to do very much was through this section here to stay extremely close to him, so I can get behind him, because I'm driving a Porsche, and Porsche's not great down the straight. So I needed the slipstream, and to do that I need to be super close through turns 4, 5, and 6. But I had a bit of a snap oversteer, and I lost the car a little bit. I gathered it up again, and I drove off the circuit at turn 4 and rejoined on the back of turn 5. Now, I know there's like a little slip road. If you go on the map and look down, you'll see to the far left there's like a grey lane, and it's an indication for where the car can drive through. And I thought I could use that to not get any track cuts. Unfortunately, it all went horribly wrong, and I got 4 track cuts in one go and got an immediate drive through. So, word to the wise, that'll be after me next time, is if I'm going to make a track cut through that section, just take them and don't try and save it. Here we go, that's it. So if you look at the top there where the chevrons are, that's turn 4 is what we got from the bottom left, and the left bit is turn 5, and then 6 is the one going down where it says Ben Hington. Now look at the top. It's got like a triangle. I was aiming for that, but I missed it. So I went between the two. Once I turned right, I went between the two curbs, and it went halfway between the blue and that lane at the top. And I rejoined after turn 5 through the ripple strip, and the game didn't like that. I was trying to aim for that little triangle, but I missed it by lots. And yeah, 4 track cuts in one go. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's rough going. It's not great. What is this? Is this popcorn? And is it John Cena on the side? I don't know. These fruit bowl guys. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Jaden Rondanella's livery, terrible. It's terrible. It's worse than Lucas Keys' livery. But I'm going to get serious here as we're rolling towards the start. It's Ellis from Johnston as we are about to get underway shortly. We'll see what Nathan Monks can do from P3. Race start is initialized and the lights are green. Brenner Ellis with a pretty good start there, but Johnston still alongside, and I take it back. It's actually a shocking start from Ellis, but he's going to have the inside line. There's a Rayan looking down the inside. He's looking to make it a 3-car affair, but does not do so. Johnston mounts that curb. He's got the edge for turn 3, but Brenner Ellis is a little bit further ahead. We'll see if he can shut the door before they quite get there, but no, Johnston is going to make this a side-by-side affair. Monks and Squires still together. Oh, there is a lot of carnage. There's multiple separate incidents. Cars proceeding through like it is a car park after Boxing Day. Very, very slowly through. It's looking like it's still green, though. No safety car has been called as of yet. No, that's a safety car. That's a safety car.
Well, that's looking quite wild with the braking there. Oof.
Yeah, that was, I'm not going to say like late, but it was a bit touch and go. I wasn't sure if they were going to do it. But for now, Ellis has held the lead from Johnston. They were door to door through those first couple of corners. Monks holds pat in P3 with Squires still in P4. So we're gonna do it all again.
Yeah, hopefully some of the drivers know which order they were in, because it's got a bit congested on the straight once the car was called. But yeah, having a car sideways on the racing line, yeah, that's a bit wild. And that allows our car number 10 driver to catch up to the back of the pack.
Yeah, car number 10 absolutely cheering right now. That pit lane start has been eliminated, so they can get back to business. That was...
You go.
That was a bit messy. I will say, I'm going to pump my own gas. I'm going to pump Split Yellow's gas right now. We managed it with an even bigger grid. No safety car. Green and red. I'm titting if you cannot hear that.
Wasn't my fault this time.
This time.
So cars coming up for a restart. The leader can choose any time to go, I think from roughly this time now on the circuit up till the start-finish line. So it looks like they're holding about 80 or 120 because there's some fast sections, and leader can go anytime they want. Or the thing they can't do is start and stop and go again. It's got to be one motion.
For sure. So Breno is in the driver's seat. It looks like he has gotten going with a little bit of a slide there. A cornerstone of racing, that Audi, for sure. Hasn't caught Johnston too unawares, but I will say Squires very, very close to the back of Monks on that restart. Good start for Squires here. Breno throws it in. Ooh, it's a bit deep there from Nathan Monks, and it's going to invite Aiden. Oh, there's a bit of a touch, and they both get sent wide. Aiden going to get a track cut for that, unfortunately, and it wasn't even really his business out there. Rayan still very, very close too. These guys on a tow rope right now. Aiden cutting quite a lot there, getting up on those sausage curbs a little bit. That's not going to be a track cut this time. And a little bit wide there from Rayan as well. And Taufik just around the outside of Holmes too. Brett P1 and 2 getting away from Monks and Squires as those guys have been squabbling just a little bit. And Taufik, that's going to be a dangerous car to watch up this straight, very, very close to the back of Rayan right now. Then 3 together, and Johnson very wisely getting a tow from that absolute missile that's the GTR and decides to pull out behind the McLaren and a 3 wide. Oh my, this is going to be spicy indeed. It is going to be a scene at Senior, if it's to be believed, but Taufik comes out on top, and Johnson as well looking pretty good from there. Ben Hicknett just getting inside before the track cut boards. Really nicely done there from Taufik to get past 2 of his competitors in one move.
Yes, and that Porsche definitely running low wing, so through the twisty bits, going to be a bit more challenging for that car as long as they can keep up. It's going to be a very fast Porsche there from Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta, with how the Porsche is on the straight, just absolutely limited. If you can get in that slipstream, you won't be in too much trouble. You see, it had quite a lot of overspeed as it slung itself around the outside, but as it pulled out, it just wasn't really the grunt to keep up with such a car as the Nissan.
I will say, Squires had a really excellent restart, put a lot of pressure on Monks going into the first turn 1.
Yeah, Monks did really well to cover off, not quite let Squires through just yet. I do think Squires is in some pretty good machinery around here, particularly in the back straight, but as we do look back to the front of the grid, do see Johnston has managed to get past Ellis. And Monk's still a little bit further back, but yeah, nicely done from Johnston. Didn't quite see that one on the stream, but we'll see what kind of counter move Breno Ellis can cook up.
Yeah, and we'll get to see how fast some of these cars are competitively down the straight. We're combining of strong engines and low wing.
Yeah, I do think, speaking of the Bentley, is a bit of an interesting one. Not too many people running this car anymore. It's quite old. It's getting up there. It does hit its limiter like a fair bit before the end of the straight, I'm pretty sure. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, which I am wrong occasionally. Have been known to be wrong here and there.
No,
never.
So you're wrong about that.
But yeah, it's interesting, and I don't think it gets quite as, unless you're running some pretty low wing, I guess, quite as much speed as, say, the Nissan. But I mean, the Nissan is absolutely just ballistic, so it's not sure the comparison is the best.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a shake-up for the mid-pack, avoiding the contact and the incident at turns 4 and 5. I'm just going to go through some of the winners and losers from there. I think Zach Warren was a bit of a winner.
Yeah, I do see Ben Hicknett actually jumping up to the back of the Pro Pack there after a pretty, frankly, shocking qualifying. Ben, you're better than that. Does look to have a little bit of damage on the front of that Ferrari though, which isn't ideal. Tim Gobe, slight loser. Stop sandbagging, mate. Down in 19, I believe he was about 16th or 15th. Yes, 17th. So he's down a few positions. Dave Stevo down 2. I mean, relatively to be expected. He qualified extremely well his first race in the Sprint Series. So it's probably a little bit of nerves for Davo. Maybe, I don't know. He's a racer IRL, so I'm not sure if there's really any pressure when you're sim racing.
No, it's all pixels, but I still believe the emotion will still be there when it's the race to win, right?
For sure. It is. We do see Ben Hicknett actually just attaching himself to the back of this fight with Taufik, Holmes and Johnson, so we'll see if he can shake things up here. The Ferrari actually has fantastic top-end speed. It's one of the faster cars towards the end of the straight. So you get a bit of a replay here, so we're going to see the move Johnson made on Ellis for the lead. So in that tow, slingshots around the outside. He's going to be on the outside for Sainz. Breno just tucking back towards the inside.
Oh, in a way.
It's it's not really, it's not really a conversation to be had here. Johnson just getting by and not really thinking twice about it. So Breno perhaps having to run a bit more wing on that Audi, perhaps. I'm not really sure. I mean, the Audi's based on the same platform as the Lamborghini, and I know the Lamborghini's top speed is a little bit shocking, so...
We can also bring some strategy into this. The format tonight's race is a 60-minute race, 1 pit stop, mandatory fuel. However, tonight the fuel is fixed at 25 seconds, so no matter how much fuel you take, there'll be 25 seconds of fuel. So some of these drivers could be pitting early, pitting mid, pitting late, and it's also an opportunity to take tyres, if you wish, for an extra 5 seconds.
Yeah, that is a good point. Callum Lloyd in the chat saying Audi has no speed on the back straight. That's fair. I think we saw that. Callum, one of our resident Audi enthusiasts. Yeah, I think it's interesting to touch on the strategy aspect for this race. I actually opted not to take tyres last night.
Johnson in the back just went really deep in the last corner, and Torfi was Hengert was on the back of him, leading onto the straight, so that'd be one to watch. You can see him just in the back of the thing. There might be a move happening.
So used to Taufik in the Ferrari.
I
just assumed that was.
There he is.
Yeah, and he'll have him for sure. Watch this. Slingshot to the side, pulls out. Porsche's not going to have any legs. Although, is he going to make me look stupid? Come on, Ben. Come on, giddy up, Ben.
Back in. He's not doing it.
Unbelievable.
That Porsche. Might as well just take the rear wing off. I don't think he has 0 wing on that thing. Oh, he's gone deep. It's not Hignet's on the inside. He's going to have a better run. Hignet can break around the outside and get around the outside of the Porsche. Can he hang it out there? That's a little bump, and that'll be a no.
Yeah, a little bit of a bump and grind. Nothing wrong with that, but Hignet having to tuck back in here. He looks for that move around that extremely long corner. Double droit du Basso, if you will. But he's going to have to line one up again. We do see Ben Hignet with a bit of splitted damage, so maybe the top speed isn't all the way there.
Or is that part of his artwork on the car to throw us off? People do that. The damage on the car.
Oh, really? Oh, there's another Bentley back there. Parker in the Bentley as well. So 2 Bentleys, a split red.
Actually, Parker's moved a couple spots up. He was a little further down. I think he's just overtaken all that Porsche Cup in the middle. He made quite a few spots. I think he was hanging around the 16 mark. So yeah, I think in a couple of laps, he just moved on by. Excellent lap time as well, 24.2. That's really respectable, very respectable for this time of the race.
24 is pretty damn 24? Fast.
Maybe it was 0.24. You didn't do that track cut middle, right? 54.2.
Yeah, there you go.
Did someone say I was tired?
Nah, it's all right. Happens to all of us. Just looking a bit further up the grid, we do see Rayan very, very close to the back of Squires. Iman Rayan, a new face to me. I've not seen that name in here, but keeping Aiden very, very honest. In Aiden's preferred machinery too. It's Mustang on Mustang crimes. So, as you do actually see, I don't know if our little penalty bot is working, but there was a 5-second penalty slung to the 666 car. They're not on our timing tower as of now.
And also, car 201 had 15 seconds come through earlier as well, so that's probably related to the lap 1 issue. I spotted that one. Yeah, it's been nearly 40 car grid, and we only seen 23, the top 23 in the timing tower. Yeah, there's going to be a few we're not going to see straight off the bat. But yeah, Ford, I noticed it's not running for restrictor on this lap circuit. And, sorry, I just saw that flag pop up at the back. It's car 10. Testing race control. Yes, I am here. I am coherent most of the time. Yeah. So the Ford, no restrictor. I thought that was pretty strange considering the excessive long straight at the back.
Yeah, I think Tim was explaining it last night, or Tim and Cam in Split Green. So there you go, Zach Warren, the 222 car with a 15-second penalty for causing a collision. So those stewards just working through everything that happens. And it was pretty busy lap 1. But yeah, I think I'm gonna butcher the facts on the restrictor for the Ford, but I believe that if it were to have the restrictor, it would be so uncompetitive because it would be so severely hamstrung down the straight that it has to be taken off.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, I mean, I would expect a big Porsche head such as yourself to not be very sympathetic to that, but yeah.
Not at all.
JC with the good facts, no restrictor at PR, Laguna, Nords, or the Red Bull Ring. So yeah, good to know.
Yeah, last season driving here, last time is I had Squires behind me and I had a Lambo in front of me. He overtook both of us on the straight. Hilarious. He thought it was funny.
We do see one of our resident Pidgey boys, Dan Madden, copying a 15-second penalty for causing a collision. That is rough. We did also just see Ben Hignett did get by Carl Johnson as well, so Hignett making big money moves. I did say big time players make big time plays. Parker going to have a bit of a look here at Rotatori. He's going to throw it down the inside of T1, and they are door to door over those sausage curves that Bentley does not mind one bit. That Ferrari does mind a little bit of that inside curve. It's got a pretty good run out of T1, and that is going to be moved done. Parker shuts the door on Rotatori. We do see Bechtold getting involved in that beautiful Rothman's throwback romance. It is the romance Porsche, though. Lovely, lovely looking car. Getting involved in this battle.
Oh, that's a good looking car, that one. He's
Great
going to get
looking
an excellent
car.
run coming out. He's going to cut this corner. I think Bechtold, depending on how much wing he's got, he might have a move here.
Yeah, he's definitely close enough to have a think about it. He's gonna, but I do wonder. We did see this happen to you actually last night. So we hear this Porsche scream down the Mistral Straight. You don't want to pull out too early, particularly in the Porsche. Otherwise, you're just hitting that wall of air. But it's not quite looking like Bechtold actually has it here. He's gonna stay behind as they throw it through signs. Looking nice and in control here. That Bentley, though, having to really swing itself back in to avoid the boards. Very, very deep as well.
That's normal braking for the Porsche. Nothing special there. More penalties coming in. Out of position for Jason Teo. Can't remember it.
Yeah, interesting. So if you're not familiar, the stewards do go back and look at the start procedure to make sure that everyone is in their positions, no one's speeding and this and that. So yeah, that's just a bit of a cleanup from there. Jason Teo obviously just gonna have to remember that one for next time. You have to be in your spots.
Yeah. Looking at Bechtold and his top speed there, definitely running a bit lower wing than I ran because I never got that high speed following a car behind. So still opportunity to get a good run.
Yeah, for sure. Luke Marvel in the chat saying no matter what livery, the Porsche always looks good, and I'm going to say no because I forget if it's Michael Babb or Glory Babby who ran that disgusting Tripophobia livery like 2 seasons ago, and I'm still not over it. So yeah, that is not true.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, what a shame. Yeah, he's had a good run. He's unsafe rejoin on lap 1. Must have been avoiding all the mess there. Got a bit tricky. As we see the field spread now, the lead is just going through the end of the Mistral Straight, and we have the last of the cars going through the first chicane. So that's a bit of a field spread. Look at the dots on that straight. That's a lot of cars.
Yeah, I'd love to see a big healthy grid. We do see Holmes all the way out in no man's land, way out there. So I don't know if he got that one all the way back in. We do see a bit of a Mustang on Mustang action right now with a quote-unquote Ferrari in the back, just trying to relive some glory days. Do you see Parker as well getting another 15 seconds for an unsafe rejoin? Oh, it is. It's 2 unsafe rejoins.
Yeah.
That is wild. So the second rejoin penalty, Ben Curtis elaborating, is for not holding the brakes. So it's a large penalty for one incident.
Oh wow, that's quite significant. As first pit stop comes through, as S. Holmes in the 245 McLaren came in from P4, was it?
Yeah. So pretty early-ish pit stop. We do see another car back there. I believe Dave Stevenson actually opted to pit early, so maybe he just wanted to get out of that traffic a little bit. So Graham Hill in the Mosaic Motorsport, Aston Martin, also getting off the track. But yeah, maybe you see Dave Stevenson down there having completed his pit stop. So see how that works for him. But he's taken the tyre equation out of the equation. The tyre factor out of the equation would be more apt.
You got to explain that one too. What do you mean by that?
Well, so because if you pit early, you're definitely not taking tyres, no? Like, there's no reason to. So, but if you come to regret it later, and you don't have that option anymore because you're not going to pit again, obviously.
I found the tyres to be really wonky after they've gone through a heat cycle and they cool down through a pit stop. Even a drive-through that I did last night, it took the next 3 or 4 laps to get make a pit stop at the end of the fourth. The tyres never came back to a good state, or could have just been me a bit upset that I got a drive-through. I always thought it was the tyres are a bit wonky after they go through a couple of heat cycles. Oh, that Porsche is so close to Victoria.
Yeah, I think having done it all and then watched some of the races back today, I would have taken tyres this time, or next time. Even in the GTR, which I feel is relatively friendly on the tyres. But what's done is done. We do see Bechtold very, very close to the back row to top tip. No. Didn't we? No, this is a different car. We did see Parker get by earlier.
Yep. And Parker's pulled away, so a bit of a bottleneck here. Bechtold Bechtold really needs to get an excellent exit leading onto the straight. Could also be a strategy to stay close to the Ferrari, get the slipstream and just drag your car along. But I think conservatively, I think Bechtold's the faster driver here.
Yeah,
at this stage of the race.
We'll see. We sort of saw it with he actually just couldn't really get the speed. Ooh, very, very close there, down the straight. But yeah, so we'll see if he can make anything happen. Good insight happening in the chat as well. One of the main points actually from pitting too early is getting blue flagged, which is happening to Damiano. Bit of a scrappy exit there for Rotatori, so I do think Bechtold is going to have a pretty good shot here. But as I said before, I don't know if he's pulled out too early or has to pull out too early. It's not really a decision to be made. You see the Porsche drops off a bit after it did pull out. Just does not have the legs to get by that Ferrari with its excellent top speed. So it's back as it was.
Best chance is this next corner here, get deep underneath. But you've got to rely on the car in front making a little bit of a mistake. And the next chance is getting underneath around the outside, which is almost happening now as Rotatori goes a little bit wide. Bechtold keeps it tight, but has also dropped a bit of space there, and Zach Ryan's caught up.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, there's a pretty menacing looking Mustang coming up behind them. If Tim Sandbags Gobe can put anything together, he should be way up the grid here.
Whoa! There we go, he's on the inside.
Big send there. Oh, he's just sent it straight through without even a second thought. So I think Rotatori actually probably a little bit deep there. From the camera angle, it looked like a crazy send. But yeah, maybe a mistake there from Rotatori, and Bechtold does get through. See if he can hold on with...
He's got to pull it. Sorry, he's got half a second now before the straight, otherwise that Ferrari's probably going to eat him alive at the end of the next race.
Yeah, that's what I was going to touch on. I think he's going to make sure he gets a little bit ahead just to keep that buffer from that Ferrari, because he clearly does not quite have the pace here. Warren looking to get involved in this situation. He sends it down the inside for T3. Looks like he's going to get that done, shuts the door. Tim Gobe also wanting to get involved, but has to back out for the moment. If he can line that up, Tim should potentially be able to get this Ferrari down the straight as well.
And this is helping Bechtold. He's pulled a bit of a gap out with a Porsche behind, so a little bit of an extra buffer. And as we're going to watch Tim Gobe make one of the easiest passes of his life.
The Ferrari speed is good. Seriously.
Yeah, sure. With a Ferrari with a slipstream getting overtaken by a Ford. Come on.
It's not, though. Look at it.
It's not over yet.
There's nothing there. There's nothing there.
It's side by side.
Oh, no. Oh, he's absolutely demolished him. Oh, that was difficult. That was a difficult situation. Warren coming off much, much worse. So do you see the hypnotizing pattern of the runoff of poor Ricard?
Yeah. Oh, what a shame. That was so... it's happened. Anyhow, Warren probably, if he's not going for a stop, he probably should right now. Just get those, take the extra fuel, whatever you're doing. Get those tyres sorted.
Luke Marple asking if bump drafting is allowed. Oh, drafting IRL. I don't know about IRL. I was gonna talk. I know it's not allowed in Octane, though.
Here we go. Got a message from the crew here. Lap 1, turns 35 incidents all sorted. Thank you, stewards. As we look at Brickley and...
I think that's Rosser. So Rosser late on the brakes is going to force this issue here. Brickley does give him the space. Does come off a little bit better. Rosser having to pull in behind me. Does look like he has the speed on this GTR. Does look a little bit damaged. Nathan Monk's getting a 5-second penalty for causing a collision on lap 2, which is going to change up our order up the top. If he can get that gap to Squires, though, it is 3.8 right now. There's a lot of race still to go. He will hold on to that position, but that's going to make it very, very complicated for Nathan Marks.
Yeah, Tawfik's gone in front of Ryan.
That he has as well, so Squire's going to have to look behind as Taufik feeling it here at Paul Ricard.
In the Nissan optimized Ferrari. As on cue, there he is.
Scuderia Nismo is a very funny team name, though. I'll give that to him.
It's pretty good. I like it. I will say it's actually a very attractive looking car.
No comment. My lawyers have advised me not to comment.
Look at that. You've got Ray-Ban, you've got UPS, you've got a conflicting petrol logo.
Conflicting petrol logo.
Yeah, I thought the rule was we're not allowed to have any other petroleum sponsors because it's what's the primary one we use?
Do we have a petrol sponsor?
Yeah. No, not Regen. You're Regen.
Total Energies.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the fuel supply for the series. So
Right.
sorry, Tawfik. I think I just there's a bus and it's right on top of you. I think I'm driving it.
Does he have... We need to see, does he have Thermaltake on the wing or not?
Oh, let's throw him.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it.
He's got it. Hey, there's something on the roof. Oh, can we be kind enough to get something on the roof?
I think it's Hamilton, isn't it? Yeah, it's Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, with 8 trophies on it. Oh, that's an opinion.
All right, let's get back to it. Do you see Rayan still very close to the back? Looking a bit further down, Pete Viney now getting a bit of action on rotatory as well. Rosser very, very close to the back of Tio, but Tio actually would have gotten past Rosser because we did see him battling with Rob Brickley. So quite a bit of action all the way down the grid. This many cars, there's always going to be something going on. Swaizen Saufik also very close to the back of Gaze. Gaze, one of our up-and-comers from the Academy Series 2.
Excellent. Just pointing out at the front, it's a 4-second gap now between Johnson and Ross. Monks is 2.5 seconds behind. Squires 3.5 back. Tawfik only 1.2, probably closing up, I reckon. Ryan's still hanging with Tawfik, and then we got Hickman, Johnson, Parkner, and Patel for our top 10. Parker getting a 30-second pan, that's like equivalent to a drive-through, as I think we've got some blue flags getting involved now as Squires passes BMW.
Yeah, indeed. Do you see Taufik getting pretty close right now? JC doing everything he can to get his Pidgey boys on the stream. But and then as we've said it, I think he might have fallen off the back, but we do jump on board with Matt Madden. Matt with looking pretty good. I think he's up 1 position from where he qualified. Can't complain about that too much. But his nearest competitor, where is Pete Chalmers? I don't see Pete Chalmers.
He's up the road 2 seconds. They had a little moment. Oh, he's having a look. Silver class driver on the Pro-Am. Porsche on Ferrari.
Yeah, so Dan Madden, that is Matt Madden's brother, can confirm, do know that, I'm not being led astray. Having a pretty good race himself, actually, but he's carrying that 15-second invoice for a lap 1 incident, so on track right now. This is just for pride, I guess. I mean, I know if I was Dan, I would not stop at anything until I beat my brother in a race, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Sibling rivalry. That's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely.
And the first thing you say is, Dad loves me more because I won. And that's how you do it.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. But Chalmers here getting a bit of a run in the slipstream. He's going to be around the outside for the signs. But Dan in control right now. Doesn't quite get all the way out there. So it has to a bit of an evasive maneuver from Chalmers there. I don't think Dan quite took all the speed that he needed to. Chalmers trying to keep it neat and tidy just to throw it down the inside, but it's not quite there just yet. Dan pulling out an array of moves to keep Chalmers behind, but I think he's going to have to get it a little bit tidier if he wants to keep someone like Chalmers behind.
Got the 30-minute stop is kicking in ahead of us. There's three cars going in. There's a couple of different lines. That corner just before, there's 2 different lines through there. So I think that's where who got through there? It was a Bactol got through on the other car. One line's a little bit wider and you can go a little bit faster, and the other line is tighter, a little bit slower, but a better run for the last corner. So CL Madden closed that one off pretty close, tightly on Chalmers. There's no room there.
Yeah.
Going through.
I think if you're defending, you want to take that tighter line just to not invite any kind of move, no ill-advised nose into rear quarter of car. As you mentioned, we do see a bunch of our drivers coming through for about a half and half strategy. I think it's relatively wise to get the most out of tyres if you're taking both. If you're taking tyres, you're getting the most out of them for both sides of the stint.
Yeah, because in the Porsche it was the left rear that died the most, and I think the front engine cars would probably be the front left.
I think it's still.
I wouldn't know.
Still like the rears. But yeah, the front left would be getting a pretty big workaround. So do you see? So Taufik gonna come in. Squires is in just ahead as well. So we'll see if people opt to take tyres where they sort of end up. Johnston is also in. Brenner Ellis opting to stay out. Interestingly, do you see Hignett continue on? And that is pretty close to that blue flag car. That was closer than I personally like.
Misses a miss. We'll keep an eye on Johnson and Ellis. It was about 4 seconds before the pit stop. Even though we see 4 seconds plus there, that's just the pit lane bits. So we'll make a guess. We will infer time usage for the 2 leaders. And also Squires and what came in, it was...
So Taufik came in. We just see Gobin as well. Keeping an eye on him, I think he should finish stronger than where he started. Bactold also in, Parker in, but going to be serving 30 seconds of penalties, so that's pretty significant. We do see Johnston on the road. I'm confused.
Yep. Which bit? There's a lot going on.
Well, Ellis is like way further back and Johnston's rolling out. Am I missing something? No. Oh my god. Of course, because it's a different lap. I'm an idiot. I'm literally so stupid.
No, you're not. It's a lot going on. Like, pit stops happening, people out of sequences, a few pens kicking off, the temperature's dropping. It's dropped 2 degrees, so that'll impact your tyres at the end. And some long pit stops.
Yeah, for sure. No, I just got my knickers around the wrong way that time. We do see Brenner Ellis just coming through now. We'll see if he decides to pit or what he's thinking. No, he's coming in. So lap after Johnston. So now when Johnston comes around, we will see the comparison and it will make sense.
And how do we go with Taufik and Squires? Have they passed the timing sector yet? Squires is about 4 seconds in front. So same. So whatever they did, it was the same.
So Squires has jumped Monks, but Monks obviously had a 5-second penalty, so he's going to have to work a bit to get back ahead of Squires. I do think Monks probably has the pace over Squires. We did see Aiden dropping back a little bit before the pit stop, but he will have track position, obviously.
It was mentioned that Monks is a bit of a goat at this circuit, so we'll find out in about 26 minutes.
So now we do see, here is our comparison, Johnston to Ellis. I think Johnston's going to have this relatively handily, especially if Breno's taking tyres. So car dropped, but Johnston is away. You do see Ellis back there. So I think that's going to be a pretty big gap, actually. And I'll see what the timing tower says.
It needs to be about 10 seconds of its tyres for Ellis and not for Johnson.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Audi probably needs to take tyres as well. So yeah, you do see Ellis way back there. So he's got a bit of work to do if he wants to be on that top step.
It's got to be half a second faster per lap. There's about 12, 13 laps left.
Yeah, that's a big ask. That is a big ask indeed.
Yeah, Chalmers, who was he behind? He was behind somebody. Oh, they had a penalty, so.
So Chalmers was behind Dan Madden when we were sort of following along that battle.
He had a penalty.
Oh, Parkin though, with the stop go, that would be a pit lane speeding. It's pretty easy to do here. The pit lane entry is pretty atrocious, and honestly, the exit isn't much better.
Oh yeah, we had a couple of moments last night. It was fun. Character in pits and people driving on the line. It's like evasive action.
Yeah, it's not ideal. So if you're not familiar, the pit exit spits you out right onto the racing line, like absolutely where you want to be.
Bonington Park.
Yeah, so if you're not careful and not paying attention, it's pretty easy to just absolutely clatter someone that's coming out of the pits. You do, as the person on track, need to give way for people coming out of the pits in race sessions. So it is up to you, but yeah. Do you see Rayan as well pitting? Ben Hignett going a little bit long. We'll see if he decides to come in soon. But yeah, we only have 3 cars, it looks like, that have not pit, or 2 cars that have not pitted yet.
Yeah, what an interesting strap would be. Yeah, a bit left field and probably in the basement a little bit. We'll see. Is because when you don't take tyres, it gets a bit weird. But if Ben goes all the way to the end and has a very quick splash at the end for fuel, doesn't take tyres, he's not going to have that massive weirdness on the tyres.
Yeah, I guess so, but I don't know. It's just not ideal. Still, David Rotatori with a 10-second penalty for causing a collision. I don't know if we saw that one.
Well, so 6 laps ago, as it goes through on the blue flag car.
Callum Lloyd asking, does Bentley good tyres? Cook tyres. I don't think it's crazy friendly, but someone with a little bit more experience in it can probably answer that one. So following along with Ben Hignett, last corner, is Ben going to bring it in, or is he going to run all the way to the end like he suggested?
Chidol says he goes straight. Oh, I called it too late.
Well, $2 isn't exactly the biggest bet in the world. I'll pay you for that one.
Yeah, I'll email it to you, right?
All right. Yeah, just chuck me the invoice. Pay for half a coffee.
Oh, you're lucky just to get the cut.
Can we look down at Nathan Monks? Because I think that's going to be hot to go action as he tries to get past Aiden Squires for that position that was his.
Yeah, you had closed up 0.4 since leaving the pits, so game on. Also, Ryan on Torfig as well is 0.4 with Holmes not that far behind. That's going to be, Torfig's going to be a Torfig's game there. We'll create a bit of a train.
Yeah, I wonder if Torfig opted for tyres, because I think he was a little bit further clear of Rayan earlier. I do see our second to last runner that had not pitted in the pits now, having to serve a 10-second penalty as well. But
all I can say is that I think Torfig and Squires did the same tyre strategy. That's all I can be pretty sure of.
I mean,
the gaps before they entered and exit after a lap were about the same.
Are you sure that Squires took the tyres though? Because he came out only a little bit ahead of Monks, who had the 5-second penalty.
Yeah, but Monks was, what, 3.5 seconds in front, 2.5 seconds in front, not that far.
Yeah.
What Monks did. So what did Monks do? Anyone know? That's probably a precursor for everything.
I'm sure one of our resident guys, I'm sure there's a big chat and they're all sledging each other. Could tell us, but David Neighbour, 15-second penalty for causing a collision. It's I don't want to say it's not been the cleanest race, but it hasn't been the cleanest race.
Yeah, no. It's a bit of a Christmas tree, this one.
A Christmas tree, that's a new one to me.
You got all the pens lining up there, lights. You really have to stretch the imagination as Monks is really pushing hard through the senior. As I have a senior moment. That's great. I'll take that.
But yeah, Aiden now having to look in the rear mirror as Nathan Monk's getting closer and closer in that British Racing green Aston Martin. John Hislop just saying, confirming my theory that Monks had to serve the pen and probably didn't take tyres, so that would be why he finds himself behind. Do you see Paddy Johnson setting a fastest lap of 52 in race trim? That is nothing to scoff at.
Wow. Pretty good.
Yeah, I could only dream of 52s.
Even this pace, as Aiden Squires just pulls his personal fastest lap of the race at 53.6. That's pretty quick. That's my ultimate quality pace.
Yeah, I was going to say it's damn quick. It's like a second quicker than I could do.
A non-restricted bloody Ford, man, I'm telling you.
Oh, come on.
It's like a...
You're like the biggest flag there of the Porsche. You can't complain when the Porsche is bad.
No, I will say the Ford has this advantage at this track, but the Porsche had the advantage when we went to Indianapolis, the 90-minute race we had there a little while ago. It was just like easy mode, just had to drive safe, and it was a good one.
Yeah, I mean that's the great thing about GT3 racing. It's it's here and there. Sometimes it's snakes, sometimes it's ladders.
Oh, absolutely. And even here, we have the different cars have different performances on the circuit. There are different advantages on the circuit, and also the different driving styles. It's bloody fantastic. So, like, my quality time that I did last night, a lot of us were very close together, but obviously the Porsche's not great in the straight, but the times were so close. And Monks is all over the back of Squires.
Ooh. Taufik's been passed by Rayan, actually.
You know what that is?
What's that?
Groom.
What?
The Ford's in front. Ford's fast.
So, yeah, but anyway. I wonder if there was a little bit of a mistake there, or if that's all on pace from Rayan. But very nicely done. But I don't think this is going to be over just yet for these two.
Were they saying before that Toto did not take tyres? Because if that's the case, then Taufik and Squires potentially didn't take tyres, which potentially means that Ryan did take tyres, and this is the benefit. I
don't think that Monks took tyres, to be honest with you. And I think if you're Aiden Squires, you don't take tyres either because you want to leapfrog Monks and get that track position. I think it's a bit past me now, but I think at the time I thought that Taufik might have taken tyres from the time in the pits. But
those three did the same thing, so whatever it was, it's the same. So it's not taking tyres. I think it's purely based on the first 2 laps, 1 or 2 laps after the pit stops, about the same. But interestingly, Mr. Hickner still leading without pitting, and we have a replay of the action.
So, coming around our very, very long right-hander, Taufik going very, very deep, and that's invited Rayan into the inside, and he's just gotten ahead before they get to the next corner, so that's easy done there for Rayan.
Oh, that corner's so frustrating when you get offline. There's literally nothing you can do to get back on. You just hop, do your best, and it's never enough.
Yeah, it's god awful feeling, and the grip is just horrendous out there too. We do see.
I'm hurt.
Go ahead.
I'm hurt. Ben's pitted. There goes that strat I was thinking of. I want to see him do it, see if it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a winning strategy, so Ben's just thrown his race away.
Mr. Hill, car number 15, DT. Potential for
Yeah. I do think we'll see a few more of those. It is a very unfriendly track on the track limit front. So Graham, our first victim of that. So we do see Teo, getting a TT as well. So that's 2. Ben Curtis just chiming in saying they're up to date on pens. So obviously there's going to be a bunch more contact in a moment to keep them invigorated.
Yeah, got to keep it interesting, right? Because it is pretty close. The drive-through for Hill and Rosser battles really ruined that battle. Where did Ben come out? It's P7 at the moment. He's still fall down a little further. It's been a good move for Ben. The timing's updated, so Hignet's come out in P7. He was what, P8, P9 before that?
Not sure, but it's been a good drive thus far for Ben Hignet because he did start in the mid-10s sort of area.
Here we go. Monks on Squires. It's having a bit of a look. Going to go deep, not go deep. Just pull back. Have another go at the next corner. He seems so much farther through Senior.
Yeah, I think Monks is I think one of the better overtaking opportunities is obviously at the end of the Mistral Straight. However, with the pairing of cars that we're seeing, I think that Monks is going to have to try and get something done through this more twisty section where Aiden's on the back foot. So you'll see, as we sort of touched on earlier, obviously GT3 cars, strengths and weaknesses here and there at different parts of the track. The Aston, I think, is a much more planted and sure car than that very big Mustang, as you do see. I think that's John Gormley just not quite getting out of the way, well, just at the nick of time, I guess. A little bit sketchy there for Aiden.
He's looking, he's thinking. Is he going to dive out?
He's showing himself in the mirrors, but the move's not quite on here.
It's right under the wing on the entry there. That's a lot of confidence into that corner.
Yeah, for sure. And that dirty air as well. It's a difficult thing.
Oh yeah, that brick. Aero on the forward is decent enough, I guess, to get that top speed out.
Yeah, so you see George just touching on it as Aston hitting a brick wall at the end of the straight. Like, absolutely, he's very close here. And if Monks is in a GTR and Squires was in something else, I think this would be easy. I mean, pretty much any other car, but it's just.
Closing.
Yeah, but when he pulls out, he just won't have enough speed. We've seen this with the Porsche as well.
It's gonna get there. I think once he's got more confidence, just going around that corner.
Yeah, so Aiden positioning the car really nicely, forcing Monks to really think about it. But do you think Monks has gotten a pretty good run here? Is they're going to be door to door? Aiden's on the very, very outside line. And very, very nicely done from Monks. He's just pushed the envelope there and has gotten that done.
That's a track limit right there for both of them. That's a really, really tough call to keep into. But yes, excellent driving by the pair. We found Squires getting pushed. No, I wouldn't say pushed wide, but when going a little bit wide through that corner, it's offline and doesn't have the positive camber to draw against.
Yeah, for sure. Toto just positioning his car well, Aiden having to take the outside line as they're side by side. And yeah, just able to get in front before the next corner even begins. So we'll see Nathan Monks down the road. I don't think this isn't going to be another win for Nathan Monks here at Paul Ricard, but it is going to be potentially a podium should things continue as they are.
It's a 6-second gap between P1 and P2 at the moment, and 10 seconds back to P3. There's Squires in P4, as we can see. Listen, half a second. Super tight. And then the battle for P5 still relatively high. Ryan and Tolfik half a second apart. With Ben Hignet 5 seconds behind, and Holmes 2 seconds further back. And finishing the top 10, we have Johnson and Goeb about 5 seconds away from each other.
Yeah, it's one to forget for Tim. I don't know if he's really just trying to, do his protesting for being put into the pro category against his will. But I would have expected more from Tim, I will say.
Well, there's a Porsche in front of him.
Oh, he's got to make up 5 seconds still, though.
Yeah, probably on one straight. Am I? Here's an interesting fact. I was looking at through the races. Is that whole Mistral Straight takes 1 litre of fuel.
That's. I don't know what to do with that information. Like, if it's just isn't it like 2.5 Ks or something? It's very long.
I don't know. I really don't know. We need a fact checker in there. So if someone can fact check that for us, I thought it was like 1.8, but I might be thinking something else. Anyhow, but 1.8, 2.1, 2.5. That's a long straight.
Taufik very wide, the exit of the final corner. But right now, Rayan is in control. Taufik showing in the mirrors a little bit, just reminding him that he's there. It takes a little bit of a narrower line. We're going to jump a bit further down here. Rossa fending off an advance on Rotatory. Rotatory was a little bit further up earlier, but has a 10-second invoice as it stands right now. Very, very close, though, between these two.
These two need to get a move on if Rotatory needs to finish on the podium for the Pro-Am class. The 7.7 second gap and a 10-second pen. Still got room to pull off that podium. Get cracking, guys. Spin up.
Yeah, it looks like Pete Viney right now in the lead for the Pro-Am classification in this race. I was chatting to Matt Madden earlier. He was saying that there is an unbelievable amount of Pro-Ams racing out here, so it's nothing to scoff at winning the Pro-Am classification here.
Oh, absolutely not. It's always a championship to win. And confirmation Mistral is 1.8 kilometers.
Yeah, but someone led us astray about Samwise being Josh Holmes' brother earlier, so can we even trust that?
I've no opinion.
As we jump back up here, Taufik very, very close to the back of Rayan right now. He's going to look to make a move in these last 10 minutes. He wants that position back badly after that mistake around one of the final corners, but he's just fallen off the back a little bit there. Now, as you do see a little bit further ahead, car 420 moving slow, actually just in front of our leader, Pat Johnston. So hopefully nothing too bad there. But for the moment, Taufik was so close, he's just fallen off the back a little bit here.
But was it Monks and Squires for passing a blue flag car through the chicane here just now? I wonder if that's going to open up an opportunity for Squires. I'm fading a bit. Sorry, everyone. I'm leaning back as I'm talking, and my mic is walking away from me. Sorry about that.
Come on, Damiano. Get your posture in check, mate.
Yeah, I'm getting support from the cameraman here. He's doing good and sticking up for me.
JC not happy with me, ignoring fact checking.
Yeah, the Mistral Straight, 1.1 miles. There we go. It's like 1.8.
1.1 miles? What is this? Who are you, John Gormley?
I just made the YouTube chat. So if you guys going to have a little look here. Ooh,
I think this...
Flame.
Oh, he's shown a bit in the mirrors here. He looked really close. It's not quite there just yet. Taufik, it's just a little bit scrappy, I think, this race from Taufik. He usually is so calm and in control. That GCR is just such a different car to the Ferrari.
Yep, not a Ferrari.
Absolutely not a Ferrari. No matter what paint you put on that big brick, it is not the Ferrari.
Tell you what, Ryan, this car's twitchy. He's feeling the pressure. I could just sense it. Oh, Sam O'Brien. Just this fellow commentator.
Sam O'Brien. 10 seconds through a collision.
That was the 420 white flag car you were calling earlier.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh,
Ooh.
Sean. No, I thought he had a bit of a run there as well.
Yeah.
The mirrors. Hello.
Ooh.
Now he's having a look. And inside hits the curb, bails out, keeps the car safe. Oh, he's and Rosso for DT down in P15. So that's going to ruin. Oh, hello. That's going to push. Yeah. Oh, it's two Rosses. So M Rossa in car number 7, looking like a solid P2, and Tutorial with the 10-second pen, and the other Rossa getting DT, looking for a podium. As we watch Torfig and Bunks and Squires go down the Mistral Straight.
Yeah, interestingly, Squire's not backing down from this fight. Monks did get that move done on Aiden with a really nice pass after Signs, but Aiden actually still fighting this one. It's going to pull alongside here as they come down to Signs.
Oh, hang on. Torfig's having a look, and I think the car's in front as well. Or they're getting around the blue flag at the back.
Well, hang on, because Squires has gotten the move done around Monks, but it gets a bit of a wiggle there. Monk's going to have a look around the outside. He's going to try and stick it, but it's the long way around for a reason. He's going to try the switchback. It's not quite there. Squires does get past, so those guys aren't done just yet.
Yep, Squires brought out the Uno reverse card and did exactly the same move as what was that?
Yeah, that was tasty. That was a nice move there from Squires. I thought the Monks would probably get away from him with the gap that he put on earlier in the race, but Squires absolutely not giving up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. It's like there's a bit of ice, and temperatures changed as well. Was track temperature and the ambience has dropped off, so having your tyres set at the beginning of the race, they've definitely will cooled off. So how well the cars handle of lower pressures and potentially volatility.
Yeah, I will say that is something that I did not account for, the change. Whoa, a bit of average blue flag action happening for Nathan Monks. Bit of a touch there, but no harm, no foul. Yeah, it's not something that I got across, and my tyre temps pressures were a little bit average towards the end of the race. But this is not about me. We've got 5 minutes left in this race. We'll see if Nathan Monks can mount a counter attack on Aiden Squires. We do see the battle we were watching as well, Taufik and Rayan a little bit further back. We'll see what can be done.
And going a little bit further back in the pack, P18, P19, the battle for P3 in silver class. That's 1 second apart with Chalmers and Civic. There's a couple of hot battles kicking off.
Yeah, there's plenty of action to be had in a grid like this. We could literally cut to like a million different people. We see Graham Hill further down after that drive through, half a second off Rockford, and Neighbour half a second back from him. But we'll probably stick on board with these guys as they're really playing for the big payout here towards the top of the grid. Taufik keeping this pressure on. Oh my God, that car just tied to the back of Rayan right now.
I don't think I'm that brave to drive that close through a corner. Well, he's gone wider than normal. As you see a big slide into view.
Yeah, it's just interesting. He just like gets so like, I think maybe it's a bit of a concertina thing. Taufik carrying a lot of speed into that corner, but actually compromised the exit there because Rayan just coming out a little bit better off. Again, Taufik showing in the mirrors, but Rayan doesn't seem to be quite phased thus far. Taufik taking that narrower line, but it's not quite there yet.
So with turn in on turn 1 for the chicane there, and that second last corner, Taufik seems to be much stronger than Rayan.
Yeah, it's interesting. They've got some very different lines happening.
Yeah. And they're set up well. I think it could be wing balance as well. There's a few bits to it, but these two have been going hammer and tongs for like at least half an hour.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like. Ooh, I think if we looking at Pat Johnston's placement on the track, the next lap is going to be the last lap. So these guys are only going to have one more lap to get. Rayan's going to have to mount defense one more time. Taufik, though, He's going to draw up nearly alongside, but Rayan gets the better line, the regular racing line, as we cut for a second there, excuse us. Taufik taking the narrower line, it is going to cost him a little bit here. Rayan a little bit wide, but cuts back across, and they are about exactly where they were.
And getting some blue flag traffic up ahead is going to make things a little bit interesting, leading to the final section. As the blue flag conveniently and excellently pulls out of the way, as we're now looking at Squires and Monks.
Yep, so Squires still doing his best in his navy-themed Mustang here. Monk's very, very close to the back, but he has just got to do one more lap if he wants to hold on to that podium position. And if I know Aiden, he absolutely wants to hold on to that podium position.
Oh, absolutely. There's in the background we have Taufik passing a lap car, so that's not a full position. And up front, Ellis is quite a few seconds back, and nothing else busy from what we've been watching. Going back to P18, P19, Chalmers has fallen back to 2.8 seconds from Taufik in the Ferrari, so that silver class P3 is looking finished for now. As Monk's super close to Squires, leading into turn 7 and onto the straight, as Taufik as well. And Burnford had a bit of a twitch there, Monk. So Taufik's a little bit further behind, but the car in front will twitch. It's going to be super close down the straight.
Yeah, I did see that little bit of a wiggle there from Rayan, but I think Taufik just not quite having the best first sector. He's not really going to be close enough, I don't think, to get this done. I think that's Dave Stevo ahead in that Pidgey Racing McLaren. Yeah, you see Taufik did get a little bit closer, but just a bit further back.
What's that bump? I think they're going to redress.
I'm not looking at the right place. Was that Squires and Monks with the bump?
Oh no! Oh, big!
It's both. I can't look at. I can't. Which camera do I look at? Squires and Monks still together.
Funny.
Oh, Monks is gonna look at the outside. What do I look at?
He's gonna dive. He's gonna dive.
Oh, there's contact as well. Squires goes very, very wide. I don't know. Is Monks gonna leave that one, or are they gonna race to the line? Oh, it's so close, but I think that Aiden's got that one. Oh, it's very, very scrappy between those two towards the end there.
After all that, it's Patrick Johnson, followed by Ellis.
Pat having a slightly less exciting end to his race there with Breno. Someone in the back just kamikazing into the Aramco. That was spicy.
That's gonna be a lot to unpack.
Yeah, that was a lot. I think the steward's gonna have to. They're gonna be. It's a late night in the steward's box.
He'll be ran out of fuel. No.
He's finished. He's finished. He's fine.
He's finished, but did he run out of fuel? Very smart. Maybe not. I'm just too excited. That was an epic finish. There's a lot to unpack from that one. Taufik and Rayan, there was contact there, probably on Taufik, allegedly without knowing anything. And then the couple bumps that we had with Squires and Monks as we watch the rest of the finishes come through.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation for Squires and Monks. So there was a bump that I didn't see, so I'm not going to comment on that whatsoever. But there was a half redress, but then you're still kind of fighting. But I think Aiden was on the back foot after being bumped, and then they just kept bumping. So we'll leave that one for the stewards to address. Ben Curtis is saying it is going to be looked at post-race. Obviously, the race is over, so the results of this one is going to be probably a little bit provisional. Bear with us, but we will run through those in just a moment.
Well, it's an exciting start and followed by an exciting finish. Paul Ricard has delivered again.
Yeah, 40 cars, Paul Ricard. It definitely is one to watch.
And depending on what pens come through, there's going to have to be some pens somewhere because you can't have cars sideways on the circuit without a pen. But some of the timings is after we get to P3 and down, it's pretty tight with some of the timings.
Yeah, for sure. But for now, our overall results, Patrick Johnson takes out the race from Breno Ellis and Aidan Squires, provisionally rounding out your podium for silver class. Backtold from Parker from, I am so sorry I'm going to butcher this, but I will do my very best, Svezen Southik. And for our Pro-Am honours, it is Pete Viney. Look at that. That's a split on its own.
Wait, telling me. That's the first thing I thought of.
Pete Viney from Rosser from Robert Brickley. Great race from Brickley. And our AM class. There's only one AM car. But Daniel Clark, I believe, very, very nicely done from Daniel Clark. Wow, what a race. I don't know. I'm speechless. There's so much happened, Damiano.
Oh, mate. Blake, I don't know what to say. There was a lot of good drives. Backtold drove well. Viney's up there as well in P12. I know they're two Porsche drivers, but that really had nothing to do with it. Well, no, seriously, Viney, the Pro-Am finishing 12th in a 40-car grid. Yeah, that's quite respectable.
Oh, for sure. It's a huge result. And I mean, top of an 18-car class as well is nothing to scoff at whatsoever.
Driver of the day, drivers of the day.
I'm gonna go the boring pick, and I'm gonna give it to Pat Johnston. He's very in command throughout the whole race. There was a bit of a scrap here and there with Breno early on, but finished, 5 seconds clear of P2, and then 20 seconds clear of P3. It was a very, very commanding race because there was so many good performances. I'm just picking the best. What about you?
Oof, tough. I thought Squires did really well. Kept the pressure on after being passed and just kept going and made the pass at the end. If we exclude the last lap, which him being in the lead had the control of the circuit. So I'm going to give Squires a good one for that one, for just the sheer mentality to keep pushing and sticking with it.
Yeah, for sure. It was a great drive from Squires. He would have been on my radar as well. Started behind Monks and then put it on the podium. But for now, that is going to be it for the action this week here at Octane Online Racing. Stick around for next week. I believe it is a wet race at the Glen in terms of ACC. I am not sure what's happening in LMU. But big thank you to our sponsor Thermaltake for partnering us with this series, and a big thank you to everyone that makes this series go. But for now, I've been Blake Griffiths, joined in the booth by Damiano, and we'll catch you next time.
See you guys. Bye.